All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we've been working on all this idea of similarity, and we've talked about how we can tell if they're similar just by looking at their sides, because the sides have to be in the same ratio or have the same scale factor. Today we're going to take a look at another way of doing it. This is specifically for triangles, and we're going to talk about the angles. So we need to know what corresponding angles are. So corresponding angles, a lot like in parallel lines, are angles in the same position. All right, so angle criterion. Criterion, right, fancy word for criteria, meaning the plural of it, but it just means that what has to happen, what are the rules? So two angles are said to be similar to triangles, if they have two pairs of corresponding angles that are equal in measure. So the angles have to be equal to each other. They can't be similar, they can't be different numbers, they have to be equal, congruent, whatever you want to say. So are the triangles below similar? So we have ABC as our image, our pre-image, A prime, B prime, C prime, but we don't have any angle measurement. Wow, I keep making a lot of mistakes, sorry. We don't have any side measurements, all we have are angles. So I can't do the whole ratios to C, so I have to look at their angles. So here's angle A, its corresponding angle is A prime. They're both marked at 31 degrees. So I have one pair. Here's angle B, here's angle B prime. They're both marked at 103 degrees. So are they similar? Yes. Why? Because they have two pairs of congruent angles. And we're going to talk more in class about, well, how come I don't have to have all three? So we'll talk more about that. All right, let's take a look at this next one. Are the triangles shown below similar? So now, though, we have to look, because here we have A and A prime. Those are both marked 31. But when I look at B prime and B, those are not equal to each other. So, are those similar? No. They do not, ooh, that's supposed to be not, have two pairs of corresponding congruent angles. All right, so far hopefully pretty easy. You're looking at the angle measurements. If they're the same, they're similar. If they're not, they're not. Okay, next one. Are the triangles shown below similar? So now this one we have to do a little bit more work, because I'm presented with A and A prime. Those match. Perfect. But then I have B prime and I have C. And I have to be able to compare B and B prime or C and C prime. So this is what we did from chapter 2 is going to come into play. So I have to figure out either B or C prime. I'm going to do the C prime just because it's bigger here. So I know in a triangle the angles have to add up to 180 degrees. So I'm going to do 72 plus 60, which is 132. And I'm going to subtract that from 180, which gives me 48 degrees. So I know C prime is 48. Now I can compare it to the C prime, or the C, that's in my other picture. So don't always go just based off what's there. You might have to do a little bit of work to see all of the angles. So are these similar? Yes. They have two pairs of corresponding congruent angles. All right, are the triangles below similar? Let's try this again. So I have, oh my gosh, up here I only have, excuse me, I have 31 and 46, and up here I have 105. So I gotta figure this out. So I'm gonna figure out what B is to see if this will work. So 31 plus 46 gives me 77. All right, when I do that from 180, I get 103. So Did I just write 100 and, oh no, I did. Okay, so you have to be able to kind of look at and figure out, well, is that, and I'm going into my notes here to see if it is, oh, I have no idea what just happened there. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. So when I look at this, it does say, now that I put my glasses on, this does say that it's 103 degrees up here. So the B's match, but I don't know if A's really match and C's really match. I don't have enough information for that. So can I say that they're similar? I can't say. Not enough information. Because just because one of them matches doesn't mean that the other two are gonna match as well. So I don't have enough information to be able to do that. All right, hopefully you found this a little bit easier because it's just looking at angles. Sometimes you have to do a little bit of extra work, but for the most part, it should be pretty easy, I hope. If not, bring your questions to class and we will go over it again. Have a good night, guys.